Navavatu Sahanavunattu Saraviyam Karavavai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhadram Karneभिः Shrunuyama Devaः Bhadram Pashyemakshaviryajatraः Sthirairangaikaiस्तुष्ट्वागुंसस्तनूभिः Yashena Devahitam Yadayuः Swasti na Indro Vridhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishvavedah Swasti nastaksho arishthanemihi Swasti no vrihaspatirdadatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We continue our study of Kaivalyopanishad. Kaivalyopanishad, Kaivalya, freedom, moksha. Kevalasya bhava, remaining in one's own fullness, peace, happiness, fulfillment. That is Kaivalya moksha. This Upanishad, as we know, belongs to Atharvana Veda. Therefore we chant Bhadram Karnebihi Mangala, the Shanti mantra we chant. This Upanishad, as is the case with all Upanishads, is in the form of a dialogue, samvada between the Guru, the preceptor, the teacher, and the Shishya. Here, Parameshti, Brahmaji, is the Guru, and Ashvalayana is the Shishya, the learner, the seeker. We read the first mantras as is our custom. Om Atashvalayano Bhagavantam Parameshtinam Visametyuvacha Adhihi Bhagavan Brahmavidyam Varishtam Sada Sadbhis Sevyamanam Nigudham Yaya Chirat Sarva Papam Vyapohya Parat Param Purusham Yati Vidvan. Ashvalayana, the seeker, approaches Guru Parameshti, that is Brahmaji, approaches properly and then has this request for Parameshti, Brahmaji, to teach. Adihi Bhagavan, O revered sir, may you teach. Brahmavidyam Varishtham, Brahmavidya, the knowledge of Atma being Brahman, and this Vidya is Varishtha, the highest. What is to be sought? The highest that is to be sought, Varishtha, the highest among all knowledges. We recollect in the Mundaka Upanishad, Paravidya, Aparavidya, with the two-fold knowledges. There the Atmavidya, Brahmavidya is pointed out the Paravidya, the highest knowledge. Here it is mentioned as Varishtha, that Varishtham Brahmavidyam. And its greatness is further elaborated in the following sentences. Sada sadbihi sevyamanam. Sevyamana, always sought. Sada sevyamana, always sought by sadbihi, noble seekers, mumukshus. And nigudham, it's as it were, it is hidden, not easily understood. Mistaken, easily, not easily understood. Nigudham, hidden, as it were. And, alright, why is this Brahmavidya Varishta, and why should people seek this? Because yaya achirat sarva papam yapohya parat param purusham yati vidvan. Yaya, knowing which, by which, achirat, immediately. Chira means after a long time. Achira means quickly, immediately. Achirat, immediately, after knowing. Even at the time of knowing, as the person knows. Then what happens? Sarva papam vyapohya, shaking off, discarding, vyapohya, discarding all the notions of samsaritva about oneself. I am a papi, I am a karta, I am the enjoyer, I am a samsari, I am limited, I am wanting. This samsara, the samsari notion, which is born of avidya, and avidya goes away by this wisdom. Therefore, sarva papam vyapahya. Born of avidya is sarva papa, the notion of being a papi, all that is gone, that goes away. And this is what everyone seeks. Sarva papa vyapohanam, being free from all papa, all limitations, the notion of suffering. That's what everyone seeks. Sarva papam vyapohya. Alright. Being free from what is to be removed, what is to be discarded, what one needs to be free from. Sarva papa. And then, what does the vidwan, the wise one, what does the person gain? Parat param purusham yati. Yati, gains, reaches, understands. Purusha, the full entity, the truth, which is the truth of all, which is parat param, higher than the highest, higher than maya, different from, untouched by maya and its effects. Samsara. Parat param purusham yati, gains the highest. This is the result of knowing this Brahmavidya. This is a request made by Ashvalayana. Now, Brahmaji understands that Ashvalayana is an adhikari, is ready for this wisdom, ready for the knowledge. See, understanding the readiness of Ashvalayana, Brahmaji immediately starts unfolding. Tasmai sahovacha pitamahascha, etc. Pitamaha, the grandsire, told unto Ashvalayana, taught Ashvalayana. Here, what are the first, Ashade Brahmaji says, what are the means, what are the upaya, the sadhana, the values, and then the practices, and then what one needs to do. Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana, Yogat, Avehi. Avehi, may you understand, may you know, by taking to Shraddha, Bhakti and Dhyana. Shraddha, the implicit trust in the Pramana. Then Bhakti, devotion to Saguna, Brahma, Bhakti. Dhyana, by contemplation, meditation. All these are all necessary. There is no choice here in Adhyatma Marga, in the Shreyo Marga, in the spiritual path. There are no choices. Can I take to Shamaha or Damaha? No. Either this or that. There are no choices. Because they all refer to I the adhikari, I the sadhaka. I need to have all those sadhanas, means in full. I need to cultivate. We have seen this earlier. One needs to grow in. Wherever one lacks, one is wanting, there is a shortfall, one has to tone up, improve, pick up, practice, and become a master in all this. Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana, Yoga, Avehi. Alright. Now here, Brahmaji continues to say, what is not the means? Na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena. Not as a result of any action. Karmana, na. One does not gain moksha by karma. Because karma is limited. Karma phalam, the result of action also is limited. Always anitya it is. This we have seen. This we see. Karmana, na prajaya. Nor by progeny, nor by having a big crowd, people around, etc., the help, support, etc. Not by prajaya, not by praja, nor by dhanena, not by any amount of wealth. You can't buy moksha. You can't buy love. You can't buy moksha. No. They are useful. Karma, praja, dhanam, they are all useful, but for accomplishing something else, not for moksha. Of course, karma, praja, dhana, they are all useful, contributory, if they are used, if they are employed with an attitude of karma yoga. As a karma yogi, if I do karma, if I do have employ dhanam, etc., they are all contributory, inasmuch as they make my mind pure, render my mind pure, free from the hold of raga-dvesha, free from raga-dvesha, free from the hold of raga-dvesha. Therefore, they are chitta shuddhi karinaha. Karma, dhanam, etc., used properly, appropriately, will be chitta shuddhi karinaha, purifiers of my mind. Now, what is the direct means? What is the only means? Tyagena eke amritatvam anashu. Only by tyaga, renunciation. Renunciation here refers to knowledge, jnanam. What does one do by jnanam? What does jnanam do? Helps one give up what is incorrect, accept what is correct. This is what jnanam does. Make me accept what is correct, what is true, and make me discard, make me give up my erroneous notions, ideas. This is what is tyaga here. Giving up what is to be given up. All erroneous notions about myself, that I am a doer, I am an enjoyer, I am a samsari, these are all ignorance-born notions. These I give up in the wake of knowledge. And even as I attempt, in the path of understanding, I gradually give up. Practice giving up. Tyagena. Eke. The word eke means few. That shows the rarity of this pursuit and the understanding. Not everyone pursues moksha. This is very clear. Bhagavad Gita also says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye. Only a few among thousands and thousands of people make an attempt, want to know, attempt to look into oneself. What am I? Who am I? That is rare. And Viveka Chudamani is also very correct. Durlabham trayametad manushyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samshrayaha. Durlabham, very rare, not easily gotten. Not everyone has. At least now. We can say everybody becomes a mumukshu at some point or other, but not at the same time. Right now, at this moment, not everyone is a mumukshu. That is the idea rare here. Okay. And even among those people who make an attempt, only a few really understand it fully. Others understand it partly only. Now, of course, all those who take to will understand fully in course of time, but now only a few understand. Care of Bhagavad Gita again. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatamapi siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tattvataha. Only a few among the people who attempt also understand fully. Does it mean that I should not pursue, I should give up because I do not understand now fully? Does it mean that I should give up? No. The idea is that I must focus, I must pay, I must have more directed effort. I must put in more directed, more focused effort, that's all. Something rare does not mean it should not be pursued. Something difficult does not mean it must be given up, it must not be attempted. The idea is only that you must put in more directed effort, well concerted effort, that is the idea. So, aka, only a few, amritattvam, immortality, freedom from the notion of being a mortal, being subject to changes all the time, becoming all the time, right? Being a samsari, being subject to limitations. This is the samsara mritattvam. Whereas what one seeks is amritattvam, freedom from mortality, freedom from the notion of mortality. Amritattvam, anashu, gain, enjoy. Okay. Now, having said that, tyagena, by renunciation, here by renunciation, knowledge, jnanam is implied. Only by jnanena, amritattvam anashu, it is said. And therefore, what should you do, O Ashvalayana? You must also attempt to try to understand. And that is what I, Brahmaji, I am going to unfold now. Now, what is it that is to be known? Brahma Atma. And that is unfolded here. Parena nakam, nihitam, guhayam, etc. That Paramatma, Atma Brahman, the highest, knowing which one gains amritattvam. Where is it? How is it? It is Parena nakam. Nakam, naka refers to heavens, beyond heavens. Heaven is a result of karma, action, prayer, etc., rituals, worship, and all noble deeds. By all this, one gains Swarga, heavens. But Swarga is not the ultimate goal. Right? And also, Swarga is not the Nitya, it is. Swarga is not gained now, whereas what I am seeking is now, right now, I seek to live in fullness. Whereas Swarga, I will be happy elsewhere, later. Elsewhere, Swarga is elsewhere and later. But the moksha is here and now and forever. Right? Therefore, it is Parena Nakam, beyond heavens. Right? Other than heaven, untouched by heaven. And in fact, this, the result of moksha, the result of jnanam, namely moksha, ananda prapti, ananda vapti, gaining fullness, is higher than Swarga. In fact, it is incomparable. You cannot compare the satisfaction, the fullness that one gains by jnanam, by knowing oneself. You cannot compare that with any experiential happiness which is gotten as a result of karma. Right? All such experiential happinesses are limited. They come and go, and not only that, even when they are there, they are always attended by a tinge of an iota of dukkham always. Some sorrow is there. The seed of sorrow is always there in all joys, in all experiences, in all happinesses. Whereas here, there is no seed of sorrow is not at all there. Parena nakam. And where is this Atma, Brahman? Nihitam guhayam. It obtains in the guha, the cave, the heart. The heart is referred to as guha here. Nihitam, well placed, it obtains. What does it mean? It always, Atma is available as I. The I in all transactions, in all experiences, throughout one's life. I. That I is the Nihitam Guhayam. It is known, Vibrajate, it shines, it's always evident. I is never hidden to me, right? That I am is always evident. Vibrajate, always shines. But does it shine as Brahma, as Shuddha, as the pure, as the ever-free Atma? No. It shines as self-shining, all right, but owing to my ignorance about what I am, about who I am, I take myself as a samsari, a limited being. Therefore, Vibrajate, all right, but not understood in its Swarupa. But does it mean that Atma is not known now to me? No. Atma is known, right, in the form of I, but what I am, what is this Atma, the Swarupa of Atma is not known. That it is Brahman, that I am one is not known. What else do I think about myself? I think myself as a samsari, one of the living beings, one among the millions, billions, right? Unlimited, right? Being subject to the vagaries of life, being under the mercy, right? Mercy of situation, time, people, their behavior, right? And also my own condition, the condition of my own body, my mind, at the mercy of it. When life decides to drop a penny in my bowl, enjoy the piece of happiness. And then sometimes life puts 1,000 rupee note in my bowl. I go gaga, I go ecstatic over that. But then very soon I spend that and then I am back to the beggarly position. This is what I take myself as, a parichinna, a limited being. And I want to be free from this. I take myself as a miserly, limited being, small being, very infinitesimal. But then I want to be free from this notion, and therefore one needs to understand Guhayam Nihitam, all right, but it is not known in Swarupa. Nihitam also means not known, whose Swarupa is not known. Atma is known, but not known as Brahman, as the truth of all that is not known. That is the teaching that is intended in this mantras. Okay. Now, and what is this Atma Swarupa? It's going to be said later. Now it is said that Nihitam Guhayam. It is always manifest as I in the heart. That is why in the meditations, they always suggest, think of Atma, yourself, obtaining in the heart. That they always say, Nihitam Guhayam. At the same time, it is Parena Nakam. Guhayam Nihitam, but at the same time it is Parena Nakam, beyond the above, higher than this Swarga, etc. Therefore, Vibrajate. Yat Yatayaha Vishanti. People of effort, Yatayaha, people of appropriate effort, gain, strive to get it and get it. Who are these Yatayaha? That is explained. And Vishanti, that is also explained in the following mantra. Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha. The people who are clear about the purport, the teaching, the tatparya, the essence of Vedanta. And what is this Vedanta Vijnanam? Tattvamasi. You are that Param Brahma. You are the ever free Atman. This is the Vedanta Vijnana. And with reference to that, Sunishchita Arthaha, who are very, very clear about what it says. Now, in the individuals, seeking is Brahma, being Brahman. That is what one seeks. And what does the Upanishad say? The Upanishad says that you are Brahman. How do I want to be Brahman? And then Upanishad says, you are that Brahman. There is a match between one's seeking, what one seeks, and what the Upanishad has to say, has to reveal. Like suppose I go to a shop to buy a shirt. Okay. Now I want to buy a shirt. Alright. I am clear about what I want. I want a shirt, new shirt. For Diwali, I want to wear a new shirt. I need a shirt. Where do I go to? I do not go to a hardware store. I do not go to a general merchant, but I go to a cloth shop. I go to a dresser and then buy a. And then the dresser is all types of shirts are available. L and XL and all that's available in all designs, and then all it says. No, I go there. So the shop offers what I want. Okay, there is a match between what is offered and what I want. Okay, so to here, what I seek is freedom from mortality, freedom from smallness, and what the Upanishad says is what the freedom from smallness. There is a perfect match. This is the sambandha. You recall in the Anubandha Chatushtaya we say Vishaya, Adhikari, Prayojana and Sambandha, the connection. There is a connection between what I am seeking and what the scripture says. It's very, very important to understand this connection. Otherwise, I may think that scripture is talking about something irrelevant, something unconnected to me. Right? Putting aside the book, I will still be looking for Purnatva. Right? I will go to a hardware store and ask for XL size shirt. I will go to the inappropriate means. I will not get what I want. Therefore, it's very, very important to know Vedanta Vijnana Sunischita Arthaha. What I am seeking is what is pointed out by, what is taught, what is revealed by Vedanta. And further, to understand what it says, I need to be ready for that. Unless I am ready for what is being taught, it remains ununderstood, not understood. I do not want. So the readiness is what is pointed out. Sannyasa yogat yatayaha shuddha sattvaha. Already Tyagena it was pointed on the earlier mantra. Now it is said sannyasa yoga by taking to sannyasa. Sannyasa here is refers to giving up, a readiness to give up what is incorrect. A willingness to give up one's own erroneous notions, right? One's prejudices, one's conceptions, all that one is ready to give up. A willingness to give up what needs to be given up. Unless I am ready to give up what I have to give up, right? Unless I'm ready for that, I will not be able to acquire what I have to acquire, right? So they say empty the vessel, they say. Right? Now the vessel, say a bucket, okay? A bucket is full of dirt, full of muck, okay? Full of refuse. And I need to buy cow's milk. I want to buy cow's milk. What is the vessel available for me? This bucket is available. No other vessel available, say. Now what do? No, I empty the bucket. Empty the bucket first. Empty the vessel. What does the emptying the vessel mean? What does it mean? Emptying the vessel of all muck, right? Full of muck, I need to empty that. Unless I empty the vessel, I cannot, the vessel does not become fit to receive, to take milk. Okay, so they say empty the vessel. It's an expression. They say. So I need to be free from what I need to give up. Right? It's not an easy thing to do. Giving up is not easy. Acquiring seems to be easier, but giving up seems to be very, very difficult. Right? So suppose I am given, say, biscuit, cake, a nice package, so beautiful package, okay, and then I can't eat the package. It's plastic, I can't eat package, but so beautiful. But then I don't want to throw the packet. I eat the cake all right, but then I don't discard the package. I have a value for it. Difficult for me to discard what needs to be discarded. Therefore, tyaga, sannyasa, that needs a lot of courage. Giving up needs courage. Acquiring does not need any courage. Acquiring does not need any big courage. But giving up needs a lot of courage. Because I have to see that it is not holding on to it anymore. It is not worth holding on to it anymore. I need to see that if I continue to hold on to it, it's not a help, but many a times it may be a hindrance also. Right? Hindrance also. The essence of life is acquiring and giving up. It's all right. Taking and giving up. Taking in and giving up. Acquiring and discarding is part of life. It's the essence of life. At every stage in our life, we keep on acquiring new things. At the same time, we discard the irrelevant things, not useful anymore. Those things we give up. Suppose I am climbing a ladder. I say I am in the 4th step, fourth rung, I am there, 4th step. And then I want to climb up to the 5th step. Now what should I do now? I should take my foot from the 4th rung, 4th step. Only then I can put my foot on the 5th step. I love the 4th step so much that I can't take my foot from the 4th step. Then how am I going to land on the 5th step? Therefore, giving up is necessary. It's intelligent. It's an intelligent thing to give up. When time comes to give up, better bravely give up, courageously give up, boldly give up, graciously give up. Giving up means graceful. There is gracefulness. Okay? Gracefully give up. Otherwise, what will happen? Either life will pluck it away from me, take it away from me, like aging. I don't want to age, I don't want to become old now. That time does not listen to my pleas. Like time makes me age. So like aging, time takes away. Kalaha kalayati. Time takes away from me if I refuse to give up gracefully. And then what will happen? I will be in pain. Because it is taken away from me, from my heart. There will be wound, there will be hurt, there will be pain. There will be a lot of pain. A good part of our pain is because of our refusal to give up. Think of this. A good amount of our pain that we suffer is because of our refusal to give up what has to be given up. Therefore, may I be brave enough, may I be graceful enough to give up when the time comes to give up, let me give up. It is sannyasa, giving up. Okay? That is growth. Unless I give up, I cannot grow into a higher being. Therefore, sannyasa here does not essentially refer to the ashrama, the appearance, but it refers to the inner growth here. Without giving up, there is no growth here. Therefore, sannyasa yogat. Yatayaha, people of effort. Yati means people of a person of effort. People of appropriate effort. Recollect that there is appropriate and adequate effort. The effort has to be appropriate and then it has to be adequate. Right? Suppose tomorrow I have an examination. Suppose I am a school boy. Say I am studying in a fifth standard or something. Then I have tomorrow mathematics examination. Now, what is the effort I need to do? I need to study. I need to work on the mathematics. The sums I need to work on that. That is an appropriate effort. Suppose there are 10 lessons for the examination. I need to look into all the 10 lessons. But then suppose I look into only one lesson and then don't study the other 9. That effort is not adequate. Appropriate, all right, but not adequate. Therefore, the effort has to be appropriate and adequate. That person is the yati. It's not merely a person who is trying, but who is a person who is trying to the fullest. That is the yati here. We have a potential. The human being and the human mind has a huge potential. What we can do, how much we can do, it's really vast, huge it is. Many a times, for want of courage, for want of will, for want of some guidance, for want of the assurance, the clarity, people don't make the fullest attempt. Right? Therefore, here yati means a person of appropriate effort and adequate effort. Right? Yatayaha. Further, Shuddha Sattvaha, people of pure heart, noble-hearted people whose minds are free from the limitations of likes and dislikes, raga, dvesha, Shuddha Sattvaha. Those people seekers, Brahma Lokeshu. Here we saw this mantra meaning referring to both types of mukti as presented as we see, Videha Mukti and Sadhyo Mukti, both, right? Krama Mukti and the Sadhyo Mukti. So, Brahma Lokeshu, in the Brahma Loka, Parantakale, at the time of dissolution, Paramritaha, being ever free, being free from Mrita, mortality, Sarve Parimuchyanti, they become free forever. This is the Videha Mukti or the Krama Mukti. Now, Brahmaloka can be taken as Brahmayeva Lokaha, Brahmalokaha. Brahma is the Loka, Brahma itself is the Loka. That means Sadhyo Mukti. And Parantakala here would mean that the time when ignorance comes to an end. Ajnana Nashakala is the Parantakala. Antakala is the time of death of this particular one body. But Parantakala refers to Ajnana Nashakala. When Ajnana dies, when Ajnana goes away, when Ajnana is dispelled, that is the Parantakala. Paramritaha, ever being ever free, Parimuchyanti. Now and later, here and there, they are totally free. Now this is the Tyagena, Sannyasa Yoga, Shuddha Sattvaha, etc. This refer to the means. Vedanta Vijnana Sunishitartha, etc. All this refer to how one gains, how one can understand one's Swarupa and live in fullness, live in wisdom, that is mentioned. And then that Atma Vastu is further elaborated, nature is further elaborated. Kritpundarikam Virajam Vishuddham Vichintya Madhye. Madhye, in the middle of Kritpundarikam, in the middle of the heart, which is Virajam, free from all the impurities. Vishuddham, pure. And in that heart, Vichintya, contemplating, taking time to dwell, to chew. You know, when a cow grazes grass, it first eats grass, munches grass, and then around 2 p.m. or so, 3 p.m. or so, it sits, takes time to sit down and then keeps on chewing what it has eaten. The process of digestion, assimilation. So like that, taking time, quality time. Time not in terms of how many hours, but how effectively one meditates, how effectively one contemplates. Giving oneself quality time. That's necessary. Vichintya, dwelling on the teaching and dwelling on comparing the teaching with what one seeks. Seeing the connection, seeing the relevance of the teaching, seeing the connection of the teaching with what one seeks. Vichintya. And also look into one's notions about oneself, when one had notions about oneself in ignorance, and then seeing the farce, seeing the incorrectness, falsity of one's notions about oneself. Then only when I understand that what I have been thinking about myself is incorrect, I need to discover for myself. It doesn't work if somebody tells me, hey, you take yourself as samsari, karta, bhokta, it is incorrect. You are a samsari, you think yourself like that, you are a samsari, which is not true. You are Atma, you are Brahma. Telling me doesn't work unless and until I see for myself that I am Brahman. Therefore, it is necessary for me to discover, for me to understand, for me to own. Therefore, Vichintya, dwelling on it. It's very, very important to dwell on the teaching. Very, very important. This is a most important part of a mumukshu's time, right? Activity, dwelling on the teaching. Assimilating, owning is very, very important. Vichintya. Vichintya what? Vichintya what? What do I dwell upon? Vishadam, which is very, very clear, like a crystal, like the sun, very clear. Vishada, very evident. Vishoka, free from all shoka, all the limitations of sorrow, etc. Achintyam, avyaktam, anantarupam. Achintyam, not an object of my mind, not an object of my thought, not an object of my notion, of my ideation. Achintyam. Avyaktam, not revealed by the sense organs. Avyaktam. Anantarupam, the infinite one. The infinite one. Who is in the form of everything, yet who is free from any form, any limitation. Understand? Form means limitation. Form does not refer to always visual form. It's also it could be conceptual also. It could be in the form of a sound, taste, touch, that is also there. And more than that, it could be in the form of concept. A concept also is a form, and a belief, an idea, a notion, they are also forms. Okay? It's a conceptual form. In Atma, I am free from any forms, any limitations. Anantarupam. Shivam, the most auspicious one. Prashantam, the ever satisfied, the ever settled one. Prashanta. That one which does not lack in fullness. Lack in fullness. Lack in peace, which does not lack in that. I am that Prashanta, ever free, ever fulfilled, ever settled Atma Brahma. I am Prashantam. Amritam, free from all mortality, smallness. Brahma Yonim, which is even the cause, the Yoni, the cause of even Brahma, even the creator, etc. Atma Brahma is the source, the truth of even Brahma, Brahma Yonim. Then, I left one mantra. No, in order for me to contemplate, some certain conducive conditions are mentioned. Vivikta deshe cha sukhasanastha. Choose one a secluded place, a quiet place. A quiet place helps one focus. A disturbing place, a noisy place, there is a lot of scope for distraction. Vivikta desha. And at the same time, a quiet place, and it's at the same time it's a clean enough place. Vivikta deshe. Sukhasanastaha. Seated comfortably. Shuchihi, being clean. Externally, bodily clean, and also with the effort clean within also. Try to keep the heart clean. Right? Suspend, at least for that time, at least for the while, drop everything, drop the notions about oneself. Shuchihi. Samagriva shirashariraha, keeping the griva, the neck, then shiraha, the head, and sharir, the trunk, keeping them in line, in alignment. This enables one to sit comfortably for a long time. That's why the sama, griva, etc. is mentioned, alignment. Remember, it does not say you should sit stiff. Sitting stiff, you get tired after a few minutes you get tired of sitting stiff. It does not say sit stiff, but it says sit in alignment, sit straight. That's all. Samagriva shirashariraha. Atyashramastaha. Again refers to a sannyasi, one who has the courage to give up what needs to be given up. Atyashramastaha. Sakala indriyani nirudhya. We find this repeatedly said. Indriya nigraha. Right? Restrain or mastery over the senses, one's own self. Self-mastery. Without self-mastery, one cannot accomplish this. One can cheat, otherwise one will only be cheating oneself, that's all. Without Indriya Nigraha, one will not understand, one will not with all bold letters, underlined, highlighted, right? One will not understand what is being said. One cannot own. Like even I cannot hold on to falsity, at the same time I own the truth. I cannot hold on to. Like even I cannot think that 2 plus 2 make 5, at the same time know that it is 4. Right? Falsity and truth cannot coexist. Sakala Indriya Nirodha is necessary for me to be ready, right, to orient, to appreciate, to assimilate, to own the teaching, and therefore Indriya Nigraha and then Mano Nigraha follows as also. Both are necessary. So Sakala Indriyani Nirudhya, mastery, having a mastery, cultivating a mastery over the sense organs, the function, one's own mind, in essence one's own self, a master of one's own self, self-mastery, self-discipline, that is it. Sakala Indriyani Nirudhya. Don't do something just because your mind says so. Right? Just because the mind says so, don't do it. Before you decide to do something, inquire, look into that. No? Look before you leap. Right? A lot of people say, just leap before you look. First take a plunge and then see whether you can swim or not. That's not wise. That's not a wise thing to do. Look before you leap. Before I give expression to what I feel, what I think, what I like, think over it. Should I do this? Should I say this? Should I do this? Should I express this? Look into that. I like this example, like this. When we go to airport, because of this terrorist threats and all that, there is a security check is there. 1 fellow, 2 fellows are there. In Calcutta airport, if you go, you will have to undergo some 5-6 stages, okay? Every 5-6 fellows will go on checking you. Check up all this like. Right? And then do this. that instrument is there, no? To check whether you carry any metal, etc. Not once, from 5-6 places you will get tired of undergoing the security check in Calcutta airport. Now, the fellow is doing a security. Is it a threat? Is this fellow carrying any threat to others, to oneself, checking? And then, no threat, allow inside. Right? So too, before I say something, do this. Can I say this? Should I say this? Is it the proper way for me to say so? Can I say it differently? Can I say it in a better way? Think before I talk. That is a wise thing to do. Once I utter something, then I will have to, sorry, I don't mean that. No, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Damage could be done. Damage may be done. Therefore, before I say something, before I do something, see whether it is proper, whether it is appropriate. Even if I am faking, see, I am not good. I don't talk very nicely, but I am faking as though I am talking nicely. It's good. The faking is only for learning here, not with an intention to deceive you. I am faking, but I am faking so that I can learn, I can grow. Faking for the sake of learning, growing is welcome. It's not deceiving oneself. I say this because some people think that, no, am I not deceiving myself? I try to be kind, but inside I am boiling. Okay? I feel like giving one, but then I say, how beautiful you look today. Inside I am boiling. No. Am I not faking? Am I not deceiving myself? No. I am deceiving myself, okay, but then this is not for the sake of growth, for growing, okay, so that I can be free from the anger. I do that. So it's welcome, always welcome. That's how we grow, that's how we learn things. Therefore, at least to practice. Swamiji says, in one instance, some people ask, if I don't have a large heart, right, what do I do? I look at people who have large hearts, big-hearted people. What they do, they just give. Large-hearted people, they just accommodate. They give, they love. Do what they do. Do what they do. No, I'm not large-hearted, but learn that way. That's how I learn. Okay. For Sakala Indriyani Nirudhya. When we go through the Bhagavad Gita, we say, right from chapter 2 onwards, where Bhagavan starts the teaching, up to chapter number 18, he goes on repeating this Indriya Nigraha, Indriya Nigraha, Indriya Nigraha, Indriya Nigraha, mastery, self-discipline, goes on repeating. We are adults, right? We are grown up. We don't need to be told like in our Indian schools, no. Sit down, stand up, don't talk, look here. No. If I am self-disciplined, I need not be disciplined. I need to be disciplined only when I lack self-discipline. If I lack self-discipline, then I need to be disciplined. I need to be told that don't do this. I have to be told. Right? It is all right for someone to tell me that. But if I learn self-discipline, then that's the best. Self-master is the master of the entire world. If I am the master of myself, I am the master of everything. Therefore, Indriya Nigraha, Mano Nigraha, namely Shamaha, Damaha, right? So all highlighted, emphasized. Never it is, whenever we see this, never it is overdone. Never it is overdone. Indriya Nigraha, Mano Nigraha, the Shastra goes on repeating. Don't ever think that it is repeating. It is oversaid. There is no overemphasis. There is all the right emphasis. For Sakala Indriyani Nirudhya. Bhaktya Swagurum Pranamya. Approaching the Guru with the attitude of a learner, of a Shishya. Like Arjuna approached Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Swagurum Pranamya. Then Krit Pundarikam, etc. Then Tam Adi Madhyanta Vihinam Ekam. That truth which is one and only one, which is free from Adi, Madhya, Anta. Free from beginning, Adi. Free from center, middle, Madhya. Free from Anta, end. Beginning and end means time bound. What is not time bound, which is free from time, timeless. and also which is free from the limitation of space, conditionality, etc. Adi Madhyanta Vihinam Ekam Vibhum, all pervasive. Chidananda Swarupam, consciousness, Chaitanya Swarupam, Anandam, the fulfillment, the ever fulfilled Swarupa, Adbhutam, the most wonderful, the amazing, the most wonderful. Recollect in the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Ascharyavat Pasyati Kaschidenam, Ascharyavat Pasyati. Very amazing it is, right? How wonderful it is, how beautiful it is, how rewarding it is, how meaningful it is. It is the amazing. Adbhutam Tam Vichintya. And then Uma Sahayam, etc. continues. We have seen up to that. Tamasah Parastat we have seen. We have to continue with Sab Brahma Sashivaha. We have to continue with that. We will continue with next class. Okay? Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashye Makshabhir Yajatraha Sthirairangai Stushtavam Sastanubhi Vishema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vriddhashravaha Swastina Pusha Vishvavedaha Swastina Starksho Arishtademihi Swastino Brigaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om